Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I just am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, and I am here for another love reading where we use the tarot to become the alchemist of our lives and to teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne and God, it will not stop me. So let's go ahead and get into it. Angel number 25. Dear guardian angels and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please, God, deliver these messages to me and through me. Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. In God's name I pray. Ashe. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna do a quick little love reading that popped out. This one as well. All right, so the two messages that came out is playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. For some reason I get the feeling that you're like somebody who has been like super focused on love, maybe been on a lot of dating apps, maybe you just have been like chain dating and just, like chain dating. You haven't really taken the time to be alone. I want you to realize that if you don't want to be with you, why do you think somebody else want to be with you? Okay. So God is telling you that you need to get into this energy where you are just having fun again, where you're loving on yourself without it being tied to somebody else. So I really feel like you need to find a hobby, being honest, Angel number 140, and it will help you be able to manifest that love that you want in your life. I'll definitely go to the cards, but there's a card in our law of attraction deck that says the problem and the solution is on two different frequencies. So your problem is that you don't have a man. You're focused on the fact that you don't have a man, but the solution to not having a man is actually being more playful and not worrying about a man. Okay. All right. So that's what God has asked you to do, and let go of this. Makes so much sense. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to naturally unfold. I remember, and actually, maybe this is just a young thing, but I remember when I was younger, and like even younger, and then like I also just saw this on Teen Mom OG, and then I was like realizing it in a couple of my friends. It's like a lot of people they don't allow relationships to naturally unfold. It's like you meet a guy, y'all been talking for 2 months, you like him, he hit your G-spot, you like, what the fuck are we doing? Are we gonna be together? We need to get married in a year, we need to do this, and it's like, that's not even realistic. Like, that's not realistic. And honestly, I feel like that's why a lot of your relationships haven't been working out. So I feel like what God is saying is like, now is the time for you to really like just let go of control issues. Honestly, I just get the idea you just need to stop worrying about love. Like, just get your mind off of it, focus on something else, and I promise you it'll come in. The other message that came in is romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So what God is trying to say is that he's not saying that you're not worthy of love or that you need to move in this world as if you don't need love. No. Because we recognize that love, companionship, community, intimacy is a natural basic need. It's actually on Maslow's law of human needs. So that's just a natural basic need. So that's why God is saying it's worth for you exploring. You should want to, he's not shaming you for wanting a partner. But what he is saying is that how you're going about it is flawed. Like you really just have to stop worrying about your love life. And honestly, it's an old saying. It's like when you're not looking for love, that's when it comes. And that's the reason why, because you're not so focused in on it. You're able to like allow the universe to work out. And that's also another message that I got last week, but it really wasn't as loud as it is right now in my mind. But God is like, let me show you what I can do. Like, let God be God. I feel like we're so used to, because we have been so disappointed in the past, and because our concept of who we think God is flawed, that we feel like, oh, I have to control it. I have to do everything. If I don't do it, God's not going to do it. Like, and that's not going to work out. Like, also, back to this playful energy. Remember I told y'all we're in the divine feminine season. So if you're just on dating after another date, like you're treating it like a job, like that's why you're not getting the result that you want, because you're trying to control the situation. Angel number 41. Angel number 4 well, actually 1441, whatever, take it, 1441. So that's why you're not getting the results that you want, because you're treating it like a job and you're taking it so seriously and all your energy is on it. And so that's why God is saying, let go of your control issues. It's natural for you to want love, but the way that you're going about it is all wrong. Okay? All right, angel number 515. God, clarify this message of playfulness, let go of control issues, and romantic feelings. What are you trying to get us to understand about not taking love so seriously, about not treating love like a job, and just allowing you to bring surprises into our life? God, allow no room for doubt or confusion. Give us just one card to like clarify this message and hopefully wrap it up in a beautiful bow. Ashe. I messed it up. All right. Perfect. That works. Okay, so the card that came out is I have the power to direct my own thoughts for playfulness. Your thoughts do create the reality that you live. And once the all right, your thoughts do create the reality that you live. And one of the most exciting things about beginning the process of deliberately focused thought is that the law of attraction will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns may be hard to break, and you may slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your efforts will be undeniable to you. And before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another into a better relationships, all your relationships will improve. And so what God is saying is that if you would just take a playful approach to life, if you just allow things to naturally unfold and not to take it so seriously, you'll find yourself having a much better outcome in these relationships. Like, I really just feel like you are like the type of person that's like 2 dates in, okay, where are we going? This has to happen right now. You know, like we need, what are we doing? Are we getting married or not? And it's like, you don't even know this nigga. You try to get married to him. So this is what God is just saying, like, you really, once you understand that you have control over the people that you attract in your life by the vibration that you put out and the energy that you offer. And if you approach relationships from this place of playful, you know, worthy energy, then you'll be able to have playful, worthy relationships. But if you approach a relationship from the place of insecurity and lack, all you're going to do is get somebody that's going to keep amplifying that insecurity and lack. So that's why God is saying, really get control of your thoughts. Stop using dating like it's a fucking job, and like, just, you know that it's just a natural part of life. You're meant to be with somebody, and just live your life, have fun, and watch God bring that person into your life. For let go of control issues, we have everything is always working out for me, which that is perfect. Nothing ever goes wrong, because every piece of contrast, no matter how wrong it seems to be, is always helping you clarify what it is you do want. And that is the thing that we want you to remember most of. Let's pause right here. So what God is trying to get you to understand is that even though you have experiences, even though you have experienced like these string of like toxic relationships, angel number 824, if you would stop putting the blame on those other persons of why those relationships didn't work, you will be able to see how each and every last one of those relationships has taught you something about what type of relationship you ultimately really would want. So say, for example, my ex, he was really, really good in being family oriented. So it taught me like, yeah, I want a guy that is family oriented, because the partner that was before that really didn't care about his family. It really was kind of like a loner. And so being with, my ex, it taught me like, oh no, like I want a partner who has a really good relationship with his family. He has his own friend circle. I want him to be a fully realized person. And so that relationship taught me that. But then there was also this part of me where it's like, but I also realized like I want my partner to also to be interested in my life, and to be not even interested in my life, to be interested in my work. Like at the very least, he has to be able to read my articles. Like, I mean, it's my fucking work, So it's like I didn't know that. Like I didn't even recognize that was something that I desire. Like I'm not saying he has to be. Well, he should. Like my husband, my partner, I want him to be my biggest fan, and vice versa. I would be his biggest fan. And so I didn't realize that was something I wanted or even needed until I was in this relationship with my ex. So it's like, recognize that even in the situations that go wrong, they're helping you to get closer to what you truly want. The contrast, no matter how it looks in any moment, is contributing mightily to your expansion. The things that you call things going wrong in your life are actually only the distance between the things that are so right and your current perspective about them. And so this is again about God getting you to change your perspective. And so if you do find yourself, like say you say, I've been working on myself, I spent some time alone, now I feel like I'm ready to put myself back out there, right? Say that you're in that place. And then you meet somebody and he's not like the perfect person, right? He does something that's kind of reminds you a little bit about your ex. It's not for you to go back and be like, oh, fuck, like I ain't been doing the work. I'm still getting these fucked up people. But what it is telling you is like, okay, this person, this must means I still have a little bit of this in my vibration. All right, God, I want a person who has X, Y, and Z. I recognize this person highlighted X. I didn't really tell you. I told you I told you that I wanted Y and Z, but I didn't tell you I wanted X. This person, this inconvenience, this fucked up relationship showed me that I want X. And so that's what I'm just trying to get you to understand. Like, you don't need, every person that you meet is not going to be the one. And just because you find somebody who has some negativeness in them, it's not like it's this indicator that you're not growing, you're not a good person. It's just that you have to let go of control issues and allow this process to naturally unfold, because you don't know, like, you may have desires that you're not even aware of, and it's only until you're in that relationship with that person that desire is not being met that you're able to be like, okay, I want this. And when you acknowledge that and you don't hold that person in contentment, you don't say who fault it is, but you just acknowledge it, let that relationship go, know that everything is working out for you, then God will naturally bring in that person that has everything that person had before, plus that new desire that you said you want. Okay? Last message for romantic feelings. And your things are worth exploring. We have this card of my life is supposed to feel good, and I'm not going to read this card, but this is just clarifying, like, your relationships, like, not even just your relationships, your life is supposed to feel good. You're supposed to feel good on a daily basis. And it's not saying like sunshine and roses, but it's like when you are in this energy of like stress and contentment and insecurity, you have to recognize that you're not doing anything but amplifying that more. You know, you're amplifying that feeling to you more. And so that's why God is saying it's so important for you to stop taking stuff so seriously and stop treating dating like a job. I mean, I am going to read this card. That is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. Do your best to find the best of the positive aspects that surround you. Look for things to appreciate, even if there aren't that many. And so, say for example, you had a very, very fucked up string of bad relationships. And you like, ain't nothing I can appreciate, nothing good out of that. There's nothing that I can see possibly positive from that. That's actually messing up your vibration, because what you're saying, it's like you're like in this victim mentality, and you're giving the ownership and you're giving your power to all those partners that you had. But if you look at all of those strings of bad relationship, at the very least you could say, well, these relationships taught me that I want all my relationships to feel good. If that's all that you got from those relationships, then they serve their purpose. But you're never going to get the relationship that you deserve if you can't even acknowledge the little bit that you contribute to how you attracted this in your life. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right, last thing. Look for things to feel good about. Give your attention as best as you can to the best things that are going on in your experience, with the determination to train yourself to the best feeling that you can find right here and now. And so for you, it will be training yourself into that place of, you know, everybody is not the one. I'm just going to go out, have fun, allow things to naturally unfold. And I feel like if you will approach your dating life that way, then you will get a much better end result. But you have to realize the energy and the mindset that you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and wrap up this message with, y'all, that was a lot. Let's do a work your life. I'm switching. Gonna do a Sufi. I always be pushing myself. because I love doing these readings so much, and like I just be forgetting that it's still energy. So it's like I'll just be feeling so good, feel all this energy, and then I'll be like, all right, so God, clarify this message of playfulness, let go of control issues. I have the power to direct my own thoughts. Everything is working out for me, and my life is supposed to feel good. What do you want us to realize about love as a natural birthright? If we stop taking love so seriously, we would get what's for us. God, what do we need to know about taking a playful approach to life and taking control of our thoughts? Allow no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. Just give us one card, God. So wrap it on up. He gave us two. The two cards that came out is listen to advice. Guidance is needed to cross the oceans of life. And this is coming out for this playfulness and this, playfulness and the power to direct your thoughts. And that's what God is trying to get you to understand. Like, you need to listen to this advice. You're taking your love life way too seriously. And it's not because it's not serious, but it's because like it's like a desperate energy, and you really need to change that energy and how you're going after it, and like release these control issues and just let things unfold naturally. Imagination, draw from the well of your own capabilities. Angel number 1616. This is the card that we're going to actually, no. I'm going to focus on this conceal your power. Imagination, draw from the well of your own capabilities. I feel like what God is saying is like, you need to get imaginative. Like, instead of having such control issues, you really just need to learn how to imagine that everything is just working in your best interest. So even if something is fucked up, even if something really hurts your feelings, I really challenge you to try to find a way to find a positive in it, to try to find a way of, oh, well, it taught me this. I want to say it's either Jay or Kendrick. There is no such thing as a loss. Everything is just a lesson. So this is how God wants you to approach your life. But the message that we're going to focus on for this romantic feelings is concealed power. Give birth to the wonder of revelation. Concealed power. Creativity is the surrendered soul. Creativity in the surrendered soul flows through us in the fullness of love and finds its expression in the awe and wonder of revelation before our eyes. Most of the challenges we undergo have the potential to introduce us to our innovative capabilities. When something out of the norm happens, creative people go inward and explore their resources to turn things around and put them to imaginative use. As we claim our creative power and embrace a new experience, we are open to the future that awaits us beyond the known, beyond certainty, beyond what has already been dreamed of before. This oracle brings you a message of divine guidance. You have been created with a power beyond that which you can imagine. You possess a creative potential so vast and wondrous, it cannot be measured by any known standards. Know you are something more than you have been taught to believe, and that there is a higher energy available to you. It is time for you to realize the inherent power which lies dormant in you. In your own unique way, you are as creative as anyone else. Take a chance and express your ideas and inspiration for making changes and achieving your desires. If you feel something within you stopping you from achieving your joyful dream, it is time for you to let go of that feeling and accept the current energies that are flowing through you in the fullness of love. Now is the time to respond creatively. Now is the time to respond creatively to the awe and wonder you feel and see around you. Angel number 1901, and that's what God is trying to get you to understand. You have this energy to have the love of your dreams, to have this divine mate, to have whatever these romantic feelings that you have dreamed of. I know for me, look at this, free yourself. It's time to take back your control of your love life. Insane. So I don't know about for you guys, but it's, for me, romantic feelings. It's me thinking about that dream, that kiss that I had. I told you guys about this kiss. I'm actually going to write an article. Honestly, so it's probably got in March or something. But anyways, so it's this kiss that I had, and I was just like, oh my God, like I want to experience that kiss. I've never been kissed like that before. And so I have to step into my imagination, step into my creative power, listen to the advice of my God, and just be like, it's going to happen. This relationship, the breakdown, me and my ex not working out, all of that was happening so that I can get to this place to realizing, well, my life is supposed to feel good. And I really deserve to feel that kiss that I felt. My life is worth exploring that. And that's what God is trying to get you to understand. If you probably, I actually have an article coming out, honestly, sis, in February called, it's like, hey ladies, listen, a word of advice. Woo. That is literally the name of the article. Insane. But this article, and it talks about like how I low-key lost what I was saying. I lost what I was saying. Damn it. I hate when that happens. So I got this article coming out, and this says called Hey Ladies, a word of advice. And it talks all about like not approaching love from this place of lack, but like just really approaching it from a place of fullness and recognizing that it's natural for us to want love, but we can't go about it in such a desperate way. And when we do, we're not going to do nothing but attract, the negative side of it. And so that's why God is just trying to get you to see your power, because I feel like, that's what I was saying. In that article, I was talking about how like society has said like Black women, we're too strong, we're unlovable. Like, I mean, even niggas will be like, oh, y'all got daddy issues, which is like, nigga, you got the same daddy issues I got. So, like we've heard all these things about how strong and why Black women are unlovable. I remember when I was in school, there was like a whole bunch of studies going out about how educated Black women were like the last to get married, or the more educated you are as a Black woman, the least likely you would get married. And I feel like on some subconscious level, we started to believe that. And so we started to move in this world like out of fear and like being like niggas and like not really accepting our power, and we don't want to be so strong. And like I remember angel number 2209, like I remember I actually one time prayed to not get a job because it was this job I really wanted, and my boyfriend at the time was like, so that means you're gonna be in DC all summer? And my dumb ass was like, oh God, I don't want this job. So it's like, we have to realize it doesn't matter what society has told us about us as Black women. That's not true. And if we just take our power back and recognize that we're worthy of love, we're worthy of having a man being loyal to us and providing for our family, having healthy and stable homes. Like if we just believe that in our heart and soul and we move that way, God will deliver those things to us. Okay. So don't know you have this power to change your love life, to bring in that divine mate, but it's not going to come if you're going to treat it like a job and you're going to take it so seriously. So have fun, get off the dating apps, get into life, and just watch how your life change. All right, so your mantra for this week is, I have been created to create. From now on, every day, I will find something creative to do with my life. I have been created to create. From now on, every day, I will find something creative to do with my life. I have been created to create. From now on, every day, I will find something creative to do with my life. And by me reading that mantra, I get the idea that like all you have been focusing on is, I need a partner, I need a partner, I need a partner. And God is just saying, you spending way too much energy on the wrong thing. If only you would put some of that energy into creating things, having fun, being more playful, you would get closer and closer to that partner for you. All right, y'all. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. See you soon.